Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for July 2010. And in brief, well, this is a time when two heads are likely to be better than one. You'll appreciate the support or sharing with those in your close circle, or maybe somebody you're conferring with closely at the moment. Feelings for someone could deepen. Also finances look pretty okay up until the 10th in particular. Travel or long distance connections, maybe getting your head around new information. These will be highlighted, as are improved conditions at home with family, or maybe for family members. And there could be some changes here. There could be some surprises here too, related to the home base, the domestic setup, and the family relationships. The solar eclipse on the 11th is very significant and quite pivotal actually for you, and will encourage more cooperation and compromise in close relationships over coming months. So that's to say the eclipse is going to loosen things up and allow for you to make those changes. Saturn, your ruling planet, finally moves out of Virgo on the 22nd, which means that for 2+ years in the future, you'll have a strong focus on taking your goals and ambitions more seriously, your worldly goals and ambitions, and really wanting to show what you can do. Now, in a little more detail, this is a time, as I say, when input from others will be important. That's partners, but also colleagues, anybody that you're working with closely at the moment. And you can depend, I think, on emotional support. That's really in your inner circle, I would say. Nice moments with somebody else very close, maybe bonding more deeply with someone, or sharing in a confidential way. You could even be consulting with somebody over confidential matters, and this might be to do with finances or property, or it could be to do with maybe an issue or a problem that you've got at the moment. The solar eclipse on the 11th in this area is going to place the emphasis on changing the way you do cooperate in close one-to-one relationships. And if you need to change things here, it'll be easier for you to find the balance between your needs and your take on things, and their needs and their take on things over several weeks to come. But as I say, the eclipse doesn't produce the change, it just allows for you to take action there. Jupiter is helping to settle things on the home front, is smoothing things out within family or tribe. This is a general feeling of protection in this area for you. Any domestic problems or property issues can begin to resolve themselves. Jupiter's in there for, as I say, a few weeks, and then it moves out again, and then comes back in again next year. And although your nearest and dearest should be benefiting from a more expansive phase on the home front, whether that's, putting on an extension, or in fact having more people around at home, you having more people around you at home, or it can be connected to travel and distant lands as well. There can be, from time to time, a surprise, or something you just feel ambushed by something maybe, or there's just unsettling conditions where you have to bend a little, related to the home base or family relationships or neighborhood relationships. And you'll just have to be ready to adapt to changing scenarios really at the roots of your life, and that runs till mid-August this year. It will come in again next year though. Mars is giving you an appetite for the distant horizons, mental, physical, getting out of your familiar surroundings, getting out of a rut, maybe getting out of a mental rut as well. This energy will help you, mentally expand your mind, broaden your understanding, but also physically you can be taking off to into the distant horizon. It can also mean that you are studying something too, just familiarizing yourself with a new technique and a new skill. So it's advisable, whilst Mars is in this area here, for you to get out, take a trip, open your mind up to a whole new way of thinking, a new body of knowledge. Also, this bodes well for launching into something fresh, new, launching into a new enterprise of some kind. And you may be working hard mastering maybe an area of expertise, or setting your sights on some ideal future you'd like to create. This is Mars energy here, will give you the oomph to do that, give you the drive to do that. From the 22nd, when Saturn moves, everything you've learnt over the past 2.5 years, all the new knowledge that's come towards you, some of it you may have been very skeptical about at times, new conditions, environments, maybe you've been communicating with very different types of people. This will shift and come into play as a time when you are taking on more responsibility, taking your goals in life, your overarching goals in life a lot more seriously, asking yourself, where do I stand? Where do I want to go now? It sort of puts you at a crossroads in a way, but also you get to reap the harvest of all your past efforts, and you get some rewards coming towards you during that, and it will be a long cycle there, but as it's your ruling planet, you're likely to feel it as it shifts out of there. By the way, be careful to keep your head screwed on straight in the last 3 days, because the energies there are a little bit bumpy. Now, from the 23rd, you'll be more preoccupied probably with private matters, financial things, maybe property, but also any agreement that you've made with somebody that you have to honour. And that's it for July. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too, because it gives a different slant on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.